Okay guys, so obviously since the last video we've made quite a bit of progress. This video is going to kind of showcase a little bit about the power plant, the packaging, why we designed things the way we did. We got our two Garrett G660s on the manifold. Wastegate priority, tile wastegate, V60. These are actually, I have to correct myself, these are actually 0.92 AR hot sides. I think in one of the previous videos I said that they were 9.1s, but they're 9.2. So what we got going on here is each rotor housing gets its own turbo. These are not sequential. This is just true twin. Just trying to kind of go for a wow factor and a efficiency thing too. We really want to see where these G series end up. Our goal was actually around 650 is kind of what we're shooting for a horsepower number. The car weighs 28. That's about 2,800 pounds with me in it. So for a 1.3 liter, it's got some weight to lug around. So hopefully we can generate some decent bottom end torque with this setup. Some of you might ask why we didn't go with a peripheral port or even like a full bridge. We're trying to maintain as much low end power as we can with the Rotary. So they're not known to have a lot of low end power unless you're doing a lot of things to design around that, most of which are out of our budget. But so what we have here, this last weekend we got done with the downpipe, the beginning of the downpipe fabrication. So twin 3-inch stainless steel tubes merging into a single 3.5. That's going to come down and snake back by the tranny. We actually built a titanium exhaust for the car previously, and we want to see how well that's going to work with this, and if because we'll be logging back pressure post turbo, if we see the system's backing up, we'll lob it off and we'll fabricate a new system. But titanium's expensive. It's also very time consuming to work with. So if we can reuse that leftover from the old power plant, we will. Otherwise, we're kind of basing some of that efficiency of bypass from the 60 mil wastegate from tile. So if that works, then we'll leave it alone, and hopefully it does. We also want to try to keep the noise down as much as possible, and keeping that 3-inch will also help do that, I think, too. Yeah, so the forced induction setup is now mated to our Rotary engine. So this engine is a Pineapple racing engine. Those guys went above and beyond for us. Rob Pineapple over there, hooking it up big time with the build. Like I said, we're not shooting for a power goal per se, but we would like to be around like the 650 range, based off the fact that the car used to make about 620 before. So FD front cover. We got this really nice crank trigger setup, this Hall effect setup from Full Function Engineering, with their high resolution wheel, so we can get accurate ignition timing and fuel delivery as well. This really nice billet piece here is from Chips Motorsports. Super trick piece. So these outlets are cooling outlets. We're going to be running an electric water pump. So not sure what brand we're going to go with that. Possibly a Phoenix Industries electric water pump, I think. And that'll allow us to be able to slow down the effects of the cooling based off the RPM the motor's running. So according to Rob, if the car's making power at 8,000, turn it up. If it's making power at 8,500, keep going. If it's going to 9, that's probably where I would leave it. And that's kind of what I really envisioned for the project, is a Subaru with a Rotary engine spinning 9K, like shooting some big ass fucking fireballs out the back would be pretty sweet. So that's kind of the plan there. Fuel setup, intake setup. We got an Elite Rotary intake manifold. This is pretty cool. It's a cast plenum they got provisions for 2 additional injectors. So we're actually going to be running 6 FIC 2150s in these bad boys through these rails, I guess. And to necessitate the horsepower that we're shooting for, it's really going to take some serious fuel delivery and air. And we also wanted to try to see how it would act with the stock throttle body. So we heard a lot of different things about different drivability reasons to keep the stock butterflies, primaries, secondaries, stuff like that. So we're gonna give this a shot and see. We're working with another company doing some testing with an intake manifold as well. So it'll be really cool to be able to test those 2 back to back. Can't really say a whole lot about it right now, but we're super excited about it, and I'm sure they are as well. So, but yeah, so as far as internally, this thing has just been, it's got some solid dowels, and other than that, a massive street port. As we discussed earlier, we're trying to keep as much low end power as we can through the 13B, and Rob recommended doing that as such. So that's kind of where that's going to be going. Oil pan should be delivered this next week. We're going to be getting this thing out to the Subi Fest, Rocky Mountain Subaru Festival show this upcoming weekend. So we're trying to kind of hustle on this thing as hard as we can to get something to show the crowds out there, you know, what we're doing and how close we are on the project. So excited to get some more fabrication materials this week from Vibrant Performance to start on the intercooler piping. Reusing our old core, just gonna replumb that and have a bunch of fan gen connections on the housings on the Garrett turbos. This setup is just it's gonna be so badass. I can't wait to show you guys as it progresses. I'm like losing sleep over how excited I am about working on it. Stay tuned for more videos of what we're doing. Super excited. Subscribe and tell your friends about the build. Spread the word. We're trying to do some cool shit here at Mofab, so hope you guys enjoy, man. Thanks.